There are still a lot of questions tonight after a teenager and a 25-year-old were shot and killed by armed security guards outside of a pop-up teen dance club. It all went down just before midnight on 50th Street North in Tampa. It's about 2.5 miles west of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. 10 News reporter Eric Glassler talked with relatives of both victims, some of them raising questions about what happened.
And I was begging her not to go. I was begging her.
Elise Moore says she had a bad feeling about her granddaughter, Julissa Jackson, heading to a teen nightclub in Tampa last night. The 15-year-old, one of two people, shot to death in a car outside the club.
But I told her, I said, Julissa, you can't go to every party they have because there's too much shooting going on now.
Investigators say that teen pop-up nightclub was taking place inside this storage area in the 5800 block of North 50th Street in Tampa. But that promoters pulled the plug on the event at about 10:30 last night because so many teens were fighting. Outside, deputies say two security guards heard what they thought were fireworks, then gunshots. The guards, then claiming they were in fear for their lives, opened fire on a car occupied by Jackson and a family friend who had driven her there, 25-year-old Jihad Grant.
Then the security guard should have found out where the shots was coming from before he uplift and shot in them cars, and he didn't stop.
Detectives say both security guards working for Eagle One Security Force, both licensed to carry weapons, claim to have seen gunfire coming from the car. And while Grant, a former Middleton High School football star, had an extensive criminal record, the mother of his 2-month-old child says the story makes no sense to her.
He never says he's gonna harm anybody. So for them to say that he just opened fire on them just because, or with a 15-year-old person in the car with him, you know, it doesn't really add up.
Amen. Amen. Just pray for our family, please.
Relatives praying for answers and an end to the violence that took Jackson's young life say the 15-year-old also had a 2-month-old child of her own, a son named Jason, whom they'll now have to raise as a family.
I have no idea how it started and why it started, but I know she's gone. My grandbaby's gone.
Several hours after the shooting, the forensic unit from the sheriff's office was still on the scene, still trying to answer several questions about the legality of these sorts of pop-up teen clubs and whether the physical evidence matches the claims being made by the security guards about what happened here. In Tampa, Eric Glassler, 10 News.
People who live near the nightclub say there had been a lot of gunfire recently in that area, and relatives say there were also shots fired near their house in Tampa overnight. Deputies were working to see if any of those incidents are related.